It's me back again, and let's go and just finish this book because I already want to finish this Junie series. Chapter 5, The Winners. Monday morning, dear first grade journal. 18 facts. I got 18 facts. I can't wait to choose my part in the play. This is going to be the time of my life, I tell you. From Junie B, first grader. P.S. 2 more kids are sick from school today. Plus, Lee just went to the nurse. P.S. again. Sheldon is wearing a sandwich bag on his hands today. It's to keep germs off, I believe. Just then Mr. Scary finished taking attendance, and he said to please put our journals away. As you can see, we're missing 3 more classmates today, he said, kind of frustrated. It's going to be hard to do a play with so many people absent, but we'll keep our fingers crossed that our classmate will be back in time for a participate. Just when we heard a rustling sound, Sheldon was crossing his fingers inside his sandwich bags. After he got done, he waved to Mr. Scary very pleasant. Mr. Scary looked at him for a real long time. Then he waved back. Finally, he stood up and walked to the board. Okay, boys and girls, I thought it would be fun to base our play on the facts you gathered for homework, he said. He picked up the chalk. If you have a fact you'd like to share, please raise your hand and I'll write it on the board. Then, when we listen to our facts, we can choose our play parts, he said. Now who would like to go first? Jose shot his hand into the air speedy fast. I would. I have a poem, he said. He jumped right up and he started to read. In 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. He had 3 ships left from Spain. He sailed for sunshine, wind, and rain. Ooh, I like this rhyme. Spain and rain. I like it. Mr. Scary smiled. Nice, Jose. That's a great poem you found. He said. Let's see how many facts we can find here. He wrote them down. 1. Columbus was a sailor. 2. He has 3 ships. 3. He sailed from Spain. 4. The year was 1492. Just when Sheldon started waving his plastic hand very urgent. I know the name of ships. He called out. Nina, Pinta, and Santa Maria. Oh, excellent job, said Mr. Scary. He printed the name on the board. 5. Nina, Pinta, Santa Maria. Then Mr. Scary started calling someone else. The Sheldon stood up and read more from his paper. Columbus sailed across the Atlantic Ocean. He landed on some island near America, he read. Mr. Scary added new facts to the list. 6. Sailed the Atlantic Ocean. 7. Arrived in islands near America. Okay, well, thank you again, Sheldon, he said. Now, I think we should let someone else have a... Sheldon interrupted. My Uncle Vern sailed to an island once, he said. He came back with a woman named Bunny. Sheldon kept on standing here. Aunt Bunny had tattoos, he said. After that, Mr. Scary hurried to Sheldon's desk. He put him back in his chair. May went next. My fact is about the Mayflower, she said. The Mayflower is a ship that brought the Pilgrim to America. And so I'm going to be the Mayflower in our Columbus play, because both of our names start with May. Mr. Scary looked curious at her. Yes, but the Mayflower didn't sail to America until 100 years after Columbus, he said. I know it, she said, but both of us still start with a May. Don't you get it? Yes, May, I get it, said Mr. Scary, but we can't change history, so I'm afraid Mayflower sailing a Columbus play. May sat down in a huff. Lucille stood right up. My fact is about the rich Queen of Spain, she said. The rich Queen of Spain is named Isabella, and she gave Chris the money for the trip. I'm going to be the rich Queen Isabella in the play, because if there's one thing to know, it's how to be rich. Jose raised his hand. You shouldn't call him Chris, Lucille, he said. In Spain, they call him Cristobal Colin. Lucille made squinty eyes at him. Cristobal. Whatever, he said. A queen can call you whatever she wants to. She fluffed her hair and sat down. That's when I spring up. I waved my paper all round. 18 facts. I have 18 facts, sighed real happy. And so listen to this, people. The Nina was the smallest ship, and the Pinta was the fastest ship. The Santa Maria has a big old tub. Mr. Scary winked at me. Those are outstanding ship facts, Junie B, he said. Great job. He printed them on the board. And guess what? After that, Shirley told him more ship facts. And so that's how the whole rest of the morning kept going. Everyone kept on telling him facts until Mr. Scary kept on writing them down, until finally we told him very facts in the book. Then, that's when the funnest part all happened. 'Cause Mr. Scary walked down the road, he counted how many facts each of us had listened on our papers. And wait till you hear this, he said. We have a tie, 'cause me and my friend Jose both have 18 facts. We jumped out of our seats and gave each other a high five. We skipped all around the desk very joyful. Plus also, I skipped to the pencil sharpener and back. Mr. Scary came back and shook our hands. He said we could choose our play parts when we come back from lunch. And so meanwhile, we should be thinking about the parts we wanted. Yeah, only I already know what part I want, I said real thrilled. It is the bestest part I could think of. Only going to keep it a secret till after lunch. Also, nobody asked me. And I mean it. After that, I pretend to lock my lips with a make-believe key. Herb turned around. You mean you're not even going to tell me? He said, kind of disappointed. I got out my key and unlocked my lips. Okay, I just tell Herb and that's all, I said. I locked my lips again. Jose frowned at me. I unlocked my lips one more time. Plus also, I'll tell Jose, but this is my final offer and mean it. Just then, Shirley did a big huff. Okay, fine, Shirley, I said. This one Sheldon raised his hand and pointed to himself, and all the children pointed to themselves too. And so that day at lunch, I whispered my secret to everybody to room one. But that was all. After we got back from recess, Mr. Scary went back to the board. Okay, everyone, it's time for the big event, he said. We're going to begin our play parts now. We'll begin with Junie B and Jose. Are you two ready to go? Ready, hollered Jose. Ready, I hollered. And guess what else, Mr. Scary? I'm even going to let Jose go first, because that will be very polite of me. Plus, Jose already told me what he wants to be in Columbus, and I don't. So being polite will work beautifully this time. I pointed at Jose. Okay, go. Jose looked annoyed at me. But you already told him, Junie B. I want to be Columbus. I clapped my hand real delighted. I knew it, I said. I knew being polite would work out good this time. On account I want to be the Pinta, because the Pinta was the fastest ship. And the fastest ship is the winner ship. And the winner ship is the starship. I skipped to the pencil sharpener and back again. Mr. Scary said, please stop doing that. Being the Pinta is fine, Junie B, he said. But you do understand that our ships will not be racing, right? All three of our ships will be arriving together. I did a little frown. Yeah, only not know I actually had a picture in my head, I said. Because I had a race will be more exciting a bit, I think. And so maybe I just arrive a little bit first, like an inch or a foot for half an hour, possibly. Mr. Scary shook his head no. This play was not about stars or winners. It's about teamwork, he said. You are more than welcome to be the Pinta, Junie B, but you can't arrive before the other ships. Got it? I did a big sigh. Got it, I said, real kind of glum. Mr. Scary wrote my name next to the Pinta. He called on the other children to choose their play parts too. Lucille chose Richie Queen Isabella, and Camille and Chanelli chose the Atlantic Ocean, and my bestest friend Herbert chose to be land. What? And that is the important rule of all, almost, because without land, you can't actually land, possibly. Weird. After Herb, lots of children picked their parts too. Finally, it was May's turn. May had to go last because her facts were about dumb Mayflower and not about Columbus. She's still very grouchy, and all the good roles were already taken. So I guess have to be the tubby old Santa Maria. She grumbled. Mr. Scary wrote her name on the board. But Santa Maria is an excellent choice, May, he said. Santa Maria was the biggest ship. It carried Columbus, you know. May sat up a little straighter. It did? She said. It really did? It carried Columbus? Nobody told me that before. She reached over and tapped on me. I bet you didn't know that either, did you, Junie Jones? If you knew that, I bet you'd be Santa Maria, she said. I rolled my eyeballs at her. Of course I knew that, you silly head, May, I said. The whole entire world, I know that except for you, probably. May looked disappointed. She turned her head back around. Maybe Junie B. Jones is making revenge at May, or she's mad at May or something, I don't know. I waited for a second to make sure she wasn't looking, then slumped down in my chair. I tapped my finger, very annoyed. Because guess what? I didn't know that. She lied? What? Friday morning. Dear first grade journal. But I will give this surprise a special little horn. And what do? First put it to your mouth and then blow. Seize it. It made a squeaky sound. Actually, it came from this little toy. I got that from online shopping, and it looked like it was a little bunny who actually got this little tiny horn that I blowed before I showed it, and then I put it to its bottom, and then I squeeze it. See? Well, anyway, I don't really like sound, so I'm trying my best to take it out, though. So funny. Well, anyway, the little squeezing bunny is still really cute, though. Dear Monday morning, dear first grade journal, we've been working on our play for the whole entire week. We already wrote some of our words. And I'm going to say land, land. We land on land. Only bad news on account of Herbert's land. And today Herbert got sick with a virus. And so now what I'm going supposed to do? To sail around and around the whole lifelong day? Without land, where explorers were nothing. From Junie B, first grader. Just when the bell rang for school to start, and so I quick put away my journal and got ready to work on the play some more. 'Cause hooray, hooray! Today we're making our costume. Mr. Skinner got costume supplies on boxes he brought from home. He gave me and May a cardboard to make our ships, plus also he gave a ship's pattern. He gave Sheldon a ship pattern too, because what? Sheldon was going to be Vanina, and didn't even care that Vanina was the smallest ship, on account of he looked like a squiggle over an N. What? A squiggle makes a Nina look special, he said. It looked like a little bird. Mr. Scare smiled as a comment when he told us how to tape our ship pieces together. Plus, he showed us how to make banners and sails. I'm going to color my ship banner red, because red is my favorite color, I said. Ooh, this ship is too beautiful. May looked down her nose at me. I'm going to choose my color banner gold, she said, because gold means you have a golden best. And the Santa Maria had to be the best, or else why should Columbus choose it? I tapped on my chin, very thinking. I did a little grin. Maybe he liked the big old tubs, I said. After that, I laughed and laughed at my own joke. I see nothing wrong with that. Pretty soon, Mr. Scary went to help Lucille, who's not working on her costume. My Richie Nana's going to hire her sewing lady to make my costume, she said. Plus also, she's going to buy me a crown of fake jewels. Mr. Scary said no. We're all making our costume in class, Lucille, he said, as a part of our project. After that, he got an encyclopedia from the shelf. He found a picture of Queen Isabella. Lucille did a loud screech. Eesh! She is not even cute, she said. What is that ugly hat thing on her head? Look, at ear flaps. Sheldon ran over to see the ugly hat thing. Maybe she just got back from the snowboarding, he said. Lucille started to cry. Mr. Scare said to please calm down. He brought her a fake velvet towel she could use for a robe, and he gave her gold glitter to make a paper crown. Lucille stopped crying. Glitter? She said a little perkier. I gotta use glitter? After that, she got right to work on her golden crown. A little glitter can turn your whole day around. Ooh, her ships look beautiful. 3 ships on the row. At the end of the afternoon, our costumes were almost done. Mr. Scary let us go to in front of a room and show the other children what we made. And what do you know? Lucille's crown turned out very beautiful. She looked like a real alive queen in that thing. Plus also, I like Chameleon Chanelli ocean costume. They cut roly-poly waves at the top of a long roll of blue water. But when they held it near the floor, it looked like real ocean, sort of. Me and Sheldon and May went last. We sailed to the front of a room in our ship costume. We introduced ourselves. I am the Pinta. I'm the fastest ship, I told them. I am the Santa Maria. I'm the biggest ship, said May. I am Nina. I'm a little bird on my N, said Sheldon. And all of a sudden, all the children laughed and clapped. Me and Sheldon and May sailed back to our seats. Only too bad for me, on account May sailed way too speedy. She got to her desk before it did. She looked very smudgy at me. What did you so long? She said. Are you a little pokey little Pinta? But she laughed and laughed at her own joke. Not a good taste. That weekend was the longest day in my life. I kept wanting to get back to school so I could work on the play some more. That's how come Monday morning I ran to my desk as fast as I could. Only I couldn't even stay in my chair that good because I have excitement in my seat. That's why. And finally, a bell rang for school. Then wowie, wow. Mr. Scary took us to a auditorium to practice on a real actual stage. And that is a dream come true. My heart was thumping and pumping when we walked up the steps. And all of us sat down on the stage floor. Mr. Scary got us started. Boys and girls, we're going to begin with the very first seats, where Queen Isabella meets Columbus, he said. Lucille and Jose will come here, please. Lucille and Jose hurried to the front. Mr. Scary stood on separate sides of the stage. We walked toward each other until we met in the middle. We said the lines. Hello, Silver. My name is Richie Queen Isabella, said Lucille. Jose did a bow. Hola, Queen Isabella. My name is Cristobal Colin, he said. I would like to look for a new trade route to China. Can I please have some money to sail the ocean blue? Lucille pretended to think for a second. When she fluffed her fluffy hair, she pulled out fake money out of her purse. Okay, here's some money, she said, but please bring back the change. Mr. Scary quick raised his hand and hollered, Hold it! I don't really remember the line about bringing back the change, Lucille, he said. Is that something you added? Lucille nodded. Yes, my Nana and I thought it over the weekend, she explained. Nana says that rich people always ask for the change, or else how do you think they got rich? Mr. Scary stared at Lucille for a real long time. Then finally, he said, let's move on. He called for the actors in scenes 2. Scenes 2 is where Columbus picked out the sailors for his trip. All the sailors ran speedy quick to the front of the stage, and Jose stood on a box in front of them. He said his next line, Who would like to sail the ocean blue with me? Please call out your names, he said. And so the sailor called out their names. And guess what? One was named Sinbad, and one was named Popeye. Another one was named Captain Hook. I clapped my hands very happy. This play's turning out better than I thought, I said. After that, it was time for the 3 ships. I quick grabbed Sheldon's hand, pulled him behind me to the front of the stage. And what do you know? I got here first, and Sheldon got there second, and May was last. I skipped all around her very springy and sang a happy ship song as to the tune of a farmer in the dell. The Pinta got here first, the Pinta got here first, hi-ho the dairy-o, the Pinta got here first. Mr. Scary made a mad face. Junie B, that's enough, he said. For the very last time, this is not the race. May stuck her nose in my face. Yeah, Junie Jones, this is not a race, she said. Not a race. Mr. Scary bent down between us. I'm talking to you too, May, he said. If you two can't get along, I'll find someone else to do your part. Do you both understand? May kept looking at me. I understand. Do you understand, Junie Jones? Huh? Do you? Mr. Scary stood back up. When very silent, he took May to the back of her stage. He made her sit down. I laughed and pointed and waved to her back here. Only bad news. I have to sit down too. First day. Dear First Grade Journal. Tonight is parents' night. And good news. Roger came back to the school today. Only now he has a little bit of cold. Who even cares? 'Cause yay! It's going to be the lamb. We practiced our play 3 more times today. It went very good. It's good for Sheldon doesn't want to sell my Jeremy Roger to Jeremy Roger. Plus, May kept on hogging the whole entire ocean blue from Junie B, first grader. As soon as I finished writing, a bell rang to go home. I put away my journal. I skipped out of room one very gleeful. Holy heck! This night, after I ate dinner, Mother and Daddy drove me right back there. I skipped back in again. Because guess what? We're parents snooping everywhere. We're snooping at our bulletin boards. We're snooping our desk. And we're even snooping at our test papers. All the children had tension it does. And every last test could be a germ, you know. But finally, Mr. Scary saved the day. He clapped his loud hands together and said it was time for the play. Then, whew! All of us got relief in our faces. We hurried to the auditorium as fast as we could go. We quick put on our costume. I tapped on Sheldon very giggly. My stomach got very flutterflies in it, I said. Does yours, Sheldon? Does your stomach have flutterflies in it? Just then Roger sneezed real loud near Sheldon's ear. Sheldon made a sick face. He quick held his nose and nostrils again, whispered the word, Jeremy, boy. Just then, Mr. Scary made a shush sign. He smiled at us in our costume. Okay, people, it's showtime, he whispered very excited. We did a happy thumbs up. We did a happy thumb up back. And very slow, Mr. Scary opened the curtain, and a Columbus play began. Lucille and Jose walked to the middle of the stage. Ooh, look at Lucille. This is Lucille and this is Jose. Lucille looks so funny. Well, it's really okay. Hello, Sailor. My name is Richard Queen Isabella, said Lucille. Jose did a bow. Hola, Queen Isabella. My name is Cristobal Colin. I'd like to look for a new trade route to China. Can you please have some money to sail the ocean blue? Lucille reached into her purse. Okay, here's some money, she said. But please bring back the change. After that, Jose bowed to Lucille again. And Lucille curtsied to Jose and walked off the stage. The sailor hurried to their places. My heart pounded inside of me. On account of the after sailor came were ships. Mr. Scary lined us to go on stage. Good luck, your tree, he whispered. And wow. This time, I swallowed very hard. When me and May and Sheldon sailed right onto the stage, we started to say our lines. I am a Pinta. I'm the fastest ship. I said. I am the Santa Maria. I'm the biggest ship, said May, but Sheldon started to say his line too. Only too bad for him, because just then Roger did another loud sneeze, but you could hear it everywhere. Sheldon scrunched his face very disgusted and looked back at him. I am Vanina, and Roger should wash his hands, I said. Me and May looked surprised as a line, but Mr. Scary whispered to keep on going. Jose walked out and said his next word. Ah, 3 fine ships. But I just need to sail the ocean blue. Tomorrow we'll begin our journey. After that, Shirley walked out with a big sign. It says, okay, now it's tomorrow. The audience didn't chuckle. Only don't know why. Because it's funny. Shirley walked out with a big sign. A big sign said, okay, now it is tomorrow. It's so funny. Oh, then Camille and Chanelli stretched their ocean wave across the floor, and hooray! The ships began to sail to Roger, a curvy line on the floor of the stage for us to follow. We're supposed to sail side by side, very perfect. Only just as I thought. Pretty soon, May tried to squeeze in front of me. That was just plain wrong. On account of Santa Maria was not the fastest ship. And you can't change history. This is how I have to speed up teensy bit. Only too bad for me, because when I speed up, I accidentally nudged May's ship on her side. And bam! She nudged me back hard, on purpose, and crashed. But Pinta fell right off my shoulders. I tripped over my ship. I fell smack on the floor. When, oh no, I tripped over my feet. She fell right on top of me. And so Sheldon almost fell too. He quick did a swervy, and crashed into land instead. And kaboom! Both of them fell on the floor across from us. That was the worstest thing of all of a sudden. 'Cause all of a sudden, achoo! Roger sneezed into Sheldon's face and right directly up his nostrils. Ah! Yelled Sheldon. Quick tried to get up, but he kept on falling down again. So Mr. Scare rushed on the stage. He stood Sheldon on his feet. Only more bad news, because Sheldon pulled away from him, and then varoom! Fast as a race car, he sailed right back to Spade, and down the steps, and off the stage, right out the auditorium door. Under the gases at sight, I sat here sickish and frozen. May sat sickish and frozen too, because now Columbus would never get to America. This was all our fault. It was the terriblest moment of my life. I look at the far side of the stage, and all children have shock in their faces. Plus, Mr. Scare has shock in his faces too. We quick hurry to close the stage curtain. But what a miracle happened! Just at the exact same time, Jose hollered, "Wait!" But zippity fast, he jumped right into the ocean. Chris Hopper Columbus swam to America. He did. He really did. He swam like the wind, I tell you. He landed right on Roger, and all the audience clapped and clapped. Because Columbus got to America after all. That's not all the happy news either, because the play was the last night, so today Mr. Scare brought a delicious cake to school. We're going to have a Yay Jose party. Only there's one more teensy problem. On account of some of the children aren't actually speaking to me and May because of what happened in the play. It's unlucky for me and my bestest friend named Herbert got back from the virus today, because he already helped me write an apology to Room 1. I'm going to read it after we have cake. On account of children are in better moods if they have sugar in them. And what are words I wrote to say? Dear Room 1, except for not actually May. I'm sorry I fell down at the play. I'm going to take all the blame for what happened, because that will be big for me, I think. So I'm not going to mention about how I got rammed in the side of another ship real hard. I mean like an iceberg. Thank you for not being mad at me. You're a delightful bunch. Your friend, Junie B., first grader. P.S. The next play, I'll be a mouse. On account of ships can sink, but mice just float usually. So mouse plays still the way to go, I think. Huh, squeak, squeak, huh. She drew a little mouse out here. First, I even think it was cheese. And so it was mouse. So anyway, bye-bye.